Good afternoon. Thanks for having us. South Dakota lawmakers have shelved a bill that would have established a policy to ban books deemed, quote, obscene or harmful from school libraries. Supporters of House Bill 1163 said a statewide policy is needed to protect students. Many opponents said it's an issue that should be handled by local districts. The House Education Committee voted to send it to the 41st day, essentially killing the bill. South Dakota Senator John Thune is sharing his thoughts on President Joe Biden's State of the Union address. This morning on CBS, Tony Dakota asked him about what he believes Americans should take away from the president's speech.
People could characterize it as a soft launch for his re-election campaign. There was a lot of red meat.
From partisan politics to police reform and Social Security, I'll have more from Thune later tonight on KELOLAND News. Biden's second State of the Union address was a lively affair last night, and not surprisingly, the reviews are split along party lines. Nicole D'Antonio has the latest from Capitol Hill.
Mr. President! President Biden headed to Wisconsin this morning to speak with union workers and promote his economic agenda.
Unemployment rate is at 3.4%, a 50-year low.
The economy was also on his mind last night during his second State of the Union address. The president highlighted what he considers his achievements, but he received GOP heckling at levels never before seen when he suggested some Republicans had proposed cutting Medicare and Social Security.
Well, I'm glad to see you, and I tell you, I enjoy conversion.
He is simply unfit to serve as commander-in-chief.
Former Trump press secretary and newly installed Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders delivered the Republican response.
The Biden administration is doubling down on crazy.
Last night's speech was one of the rowdiest State of the Union addresses in recent history, with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy actually shushing members of his own party at least 4 times.
There is more, I would say, activity in the chamber probably than there used to be. But, I think that's probably characterizes a little bit of the change in our politics.
Vice President Kamala Harris believes the president did a good job of dealing with the many distractions.
I think the president was in command and he was focused on the American people.
There were some suggestions that President Biden used his address last night as a soft launch for a re-election bid. Vice President Harris says if that happens, she'll be running right alongside him. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The president's post-State of the Union tour consists of 2 stops over 2 days. First, Wisconsin, where he'll speak at a union training center outside Madison. Tomorrow, Biden travels to Tampa, Florida, where he's expected to talk about Social Security and Medicare. Let's get a check on our weather with meteorologist Brian Carsons. We're enjoying some sunny skies and comparatively warm temperatures out there, huh, Brian?
Yes, really nice weather again for most of KELOLAND, and we'll take that as another day of warming, meaning a little melting going on. Let's take a look at Sioux Falls. Where are we at right now? This is interesting. At the last hour, we were 39, so I went ahead and I raised us to 40. Then we dropped a degree, so we're now at 38. So we're probably maxing out our melting potential here, if you will, with the thick snow. We just have that, basically that top end here. About 40 is about it in Sioux Falls. But we've got some other unconfirmed reports of 40 degrees in parts of the city. Well, now Rapid City, that's a whole different example. It's now 50. Note your wind, though. That's changed and is switching around to the north. There's some precipitation on radar that we're tracking right now in parts of the Black Hills. Now, that's our live view from Terry Peak, 38 degrees there. As we look at the KELOLAND Live Doppler HD network, you can see some of those returns coming in just about to Terry Peak now, actually. The skies are darkening. We've had some moisture moving into Spearfish, maybe a little rain there in the lower elevations and snow a little higher. So those kind of things will continue to come in the next 12 hours. We're going to be calling for these nuisance hits of snow and rain. More importantly, the wind will eventually pick up. There are your midday temperatures. Sisseton at 40, but Aberdeen is still holding back at 29. Pierre 39, but it's warmer than that just across on the west side of the Missouri River. And the winds, for the most part, 5 to 15 out of the southwest, except for Rapid City. And that wind will be picking up 15 to 30 there today. Coming up, we're going to look at the changing weather tomorrow, and that is definitely going to be a topic, and so we'll get to that in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Brian. It's a picture-perfect day at Great Bear Ski Valley here in Sioux Falls, but with wind in the forecast for tomorrow, the popular winter sports destination is going to be closed.
Yeah, when we start seeing gusts anywhere, between 40 and 50 miles an hour, I just feel uncomfortable putting people on the chairlift. We're having a great season right now. I don't want to tempt fate, so we'll be closed tomorrow, but we'll open up again on Friday.
We'll tell you about a partnership between Great Bear and the Sioux Falls VA tonight on KELOLAND News. Ukraine's president has made his first trip to Britain since Russia invaded his country. President Volodymyr Zelensky made an impassioned plea to Parliament, urging Britain's government to give Ukraine the weapons and money they need to win the war. This is the president's second trip overseas since the war began. It comes less than 2 months after he visited the United States to drum up aid. He's been called the forgotten hero of the forgotten war, but not anymore. For over 2 years now, we've been following the heroic journey of retired Navy Captain Royce Williams of Wilmot, South Dakota. We're happy to report Williams is finally being recognized for his valor in the Korean War, where he flew a dangerous mission that was kept classified for decades. Now that mission has been declassified. Williams was awarded the Navy Cross, the military's second highest military decoration, behind a Medal of Honor. His heroic journey is tonight's Eye on KELOLAND at 10.